Let me stop sharing so they can see you. There you go. I love it. Thank you for being here with us. Welcome. And I know you have so many special news for everybody here today.
Thank you so much, Adriana, for your very kind introduction. And yes, I'm so happy to be here actually at a very special time, at a very special place, because this Frequency Monday was of such a short notice also for me that it overlapped with a visit to a beautiful Buddhist temple here in Berlin. And when I saw this wonderful altar in the back, I thought this is a perfect background to address you. And in a few minutes, probably a New York City band will come here. They are actually kind of hardcore punk stars. One of them, my friend Ray Capo, he founded a band called Youth of Today, which was very famous in the 80s. And then his band got world famous called Shelter. And I remember in the beginning of the 90s, I was with them on tour and we just had a reunion. And now here we are having a very spiritual event in this wonderful Buddhist temple. I find it very appropriate for what's going on right now because Buddha is representing compassion. That's the most important aspect of spirituality. It's non-violence and compassion. It's something like which connects us to our fellow human beings, not only to our fellow human beings, but also to all the other beings, sentient beings on this planet and maybe beyond, like the animals and the plants, and not only the individual, but the whole planet as our Mother Earth, as an ecosystem, which is actually the basis of our life. So compassion is something which overcomes this feeling of being separated from the others, because on a very, very deep soul level or spiritual level, I think that's the essence of spirituality, is to overcome what separates us and to see what connects us and feel how we are connected with everyone and to see their suffering and feel the suffering, but also to participate in their joy and happiness. And I think this wonderful background is symbolizing this in a very, very high degree. And now coming to Healy, it's not a big jump. It's, you know, I feel it's so much connected. I have my Healy here, and I feel Healy is doing the same. It's connecting us to a very, very deep level, which we can call the soul level, which we can call, there are so many words in different cultures and languages, and therefore I like to call it the information field, which is more like a technical term based on my background in physics and studies. And it's a level in which we are connected, in which also our destinies are connected. And in the information field, you can also see how the time quality is changing and the quality of the bioenergetic field is changing. And this is what we keep noticing. You remember maybe 6, 7, 8 months ago, I introduced to you a new program called Coherence. That time, already for a few months, I felt this is something which we need now, because the bioenergetic field, not only of us as human beings, but the whole environment, the whole planet, our collective consciousness needs this integration, needs this deeper entanglement, needs this deeper feeling of unity, and especially a way to communicate with each other without always getting into contradictions and polarizations. And this is what coherence is about. If the cells of our body would constantly quarrel and form two camps, you know, one against the other, we would not be very successful as an organism. We are absolutely depending on our cells communicating with another in a friendly way, that if there are some conflicts, that they have a good way to deal with it, and that they have a defense system, which is important, but not directing this defense system against each other, and yes, live in a friendly way, in a coherent manner. And I felt in the last weeks that we are again approaching such a point where I need an additional wonderful, strong impulse into the information into the bioenergetic field. Oh, I see some sound check is going on in the back. I hope it is not too much disturbing. They will do some spiritual music here today, which I'm very much looking forward. So this time, we don't have to talk much about the quality of the time. I believe everyone is feeling it, that we are in a bifurcation point. And there's a lot of polarization, there's a lot of traumatization, and we need a harmonization and a balancing of this on a deeper level. And the bioenergetic level is a level where the body and the mind meet. It's a deeper level of connectiveness, and we can work for this. And therefore, we came up with a new, very unique page of programs, which is called the Power of Three. The Power of Three is something very deeply rooted in many, many spiritual and bioenergetic traditions and healing traditions. You find it in Buddhism on the altars. Many times you have three Buddhas. You find it in Christianity as the Trinity. And you can go everywhere. You go to India, you have the Trigunas or the Tridoshas of Ayurveda, like Kapha, Pitta, Vata. And you find it in China as a basis of the traditional Chinese medicine. The Tao is the one, and then you have the yin and the yang. So it's always three when we talk about energy. So energy is symbolized by three, because the two is the polarization, and we have such a strong polarization right now in our society. It means a great tension, a great voltage. So if we create a harmonious vibration out of this, we create an energy, and this energy can be used to achieve something great. So that's really the chance of the time we are living in. And so we have created the set of 9 programs. It's 3 times 3, based on the power of 3, which you can use, and you can use them as you like, but you can especially use them for 9 weeks. The first 3 programs you use in the first 3 weeks, and the second 3 programs in the second 3 weeks, and in the end, you will close it with a group which has again 3 programs. And there's something beautiful about this power of 3 programs, that you just have to use it 3 programs a week. Like on Monday, use the first program, on Wednesday, the second, and on Friday, the third. And this is a very classical way how Nuno Nina is working with his patients. Because sometimes we think, oh, get a lot of frequencies, the more the better. And it's not always the right thing to do. Thank you for showing this picture. Here you see the 3 groups of the power of 3 programs. The first one is called, and it's very significant that we put it at the beginning, it's called bioenergetic rebalance. Rebalance means after an event, like a bioenergetic event. And I think most of us had some kinds of events in their life which strongly affected their bioenergetic field on any level, on the physical, on the mental, or on the emotional. Here are the 3 levels again. So the first group, rebalancing, starts with balancing the conflicts. Because this is there. We have this polarization. Conflicts are unavoidable. We have to balance them, and we have to find the level which combines the opposites and integrates them into a higher synthesis. So this is what we want to support bioenergetically. And then we need to balance also the defense system. Here is written support, but it's more about balancing and harmonizing it, because on the emotional, on the mental level, on the intellectual level, and also on the bioenergetic level, our defense mechanisms and systems might increase the conflicts, even if we mean it well, or we might direct them consciously or subconsciously against ourselves. And the third is very important. It's called, I called it friendly flora, because we need to be living in a milieu which is kind of harmonized with our own vibration, which is friendly towards us. And the milieu is not just what is around us, but it's within us. We all have this billions and trillions of bacteria in us, which are living in a synergy with us. You have probably you're all aware about, and they are not only contributing to our bodily wellness and health, but they are also contributing to our consciousness and our mental and emotional situation. So we are absolutely dependent on a friendly milieu within and without us. So this is the first Power of Three program group, which in this 9 weeks will be applied in the first 3 weeks only. And then we're coming to the second group, and now it becomes more concrete. It's classical universal frequencies, which actually based on the findings and experience of the very pioneers of frequency therapy from the last century. And we grouped it in 3 groups, and it's all supported by information field analysis. And this is an amazing uniqueness of Healy, that it's not just taking frequencies like their universal or classical frequencies or frequencies of the THAPA protocol, which we're having, but it's always connected with the information field analysis to see if they still fit and which of them. So we have classical physical, classical energetic, and then the THAPA protocol, which probably many of you know. And the last 3 programs of this Power of Three cycle, it's very traditional. We call it digital Ayurveda. And in the Ayurvedic tradition, one of the most ancient traditions in the world, there are 3 bioenergies. And we all have them, and we all are a balance of this. They are called Kapha, Pitta, and Vata. Kapha is more like the substance which holds us. It's a connectiveness of our cells. Whereas Pitta is a strong energy which is burning from our cells. It's a fire which we have in our digestion, but it's also the bioenergetic dynamics of the energy. And Vata is movement. Not only the physical movement, the movement in our bowels, but it's especially the mental movement, which is moving a lot, especially in my case. So I'm a Vata Pitta type of person. Every one of you has a certain combination, but you don't need to know your Ayurvedic constitution to use these programs. Why not? Because we are using these frequencies of Kapha, Pitta, Vata through information field analysis. So the information field is already adjusting it to our bioenergetic situation. You might be have to reduce Vata in certain parts of your system. You might have increased Pitta to have a better digestion fire. So all this is based on a bioenergetic harmonic field. And this is a goal what we want to create. So this is a beautiful set of 9 programs. You can do them for 9 weeks, and you can continue using all your other Healy programs which you want or which you need. There is no interference, but experience the difference, experience this feeling of a rebalancing in this special time, because I believe that this time is a gate to a new future where head and heart combine. We need a very rigorous rationality based on facts to make decisions which will bring a better future for humanity. At the same time, we need to feel with our heart what is good. We need to have a strong spiritual and ethical basis to bring these 2 aspects of us, these 2 sides of us together to act for the welfare of this planet and everyone. I think this is really the message of this time, and it's high noon. And this is not something just to say, but I really believe that we are living in a time where we can make a difference now. Every one of us, and I mean, we together as Healy World, imagine here almost 1,000 people on the call, and there are, you will tell it to the other hundreds, thousands of Healy World members. So we have such a power as a family, as a network coming together, sharing the same values and connecting with our individual frequencies to the same source. It's such a strong force. And if we connect it with our heart and with our brain, we can actually overcome all challenges. So I'm so happy to present this to you today, and I hope you will have a wonderful experience with it. And yes, and I just now it comes to my mind, I forgot to congratulate Adriana for her birthday. And I was so excited. So Adriana, please, I give the microphone back to you. And I wish you a very, very happy birthday from my heart.
So much, Marcus. You don't know how much that means to me, truly, from the bottom of my heart. And everything you just explained, how what you have brought to us with Healy to be able to have a deeper connection within each other. So I know I'm running my coherence, and I do it in every.
I'm just coming a little closer so that you see also more details of this wonderful place. You can maybe. Yes, here we are. It's a more than life-size Buddha. And it's a beautiful room, which will soon be filled with guests. Not so many as out of Corona times. There will be distance, as you see, but people will come, and I think we'll have a beautiful gathering, connecting in their hearts. Looking forward. But I know that you still have lots of news for our Healy World members in the United States and in Europe, and yeah, looking forward to hear it. So all the best to everyone.
Well, thank you, Marcus. And I can see here in the chat, everybody is thanking you very much so. They did ask a question, if they could run the program, The Power of Three, with the coil.
Oh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Except the programs from the certified programs for like pain, which you run through local electrodes and so on. All the IMF programs, which you can run through your wrists, feeling the frequencies in your arms, in your hands, actually sometimes in your whole body, you can run them through the coil. This is also a physical way. It's not an esoteric way, because the coil is transforming the electrical energy of the frequencies, of the vibrations, into a quantum potential, or it's called a magnetic vector potential, which couples, which interacts with the fields of our body on a very deep level, actually on an information level. Yes, you can use them with the coil. Basically, you can use all the programs with the coil. It's complementary. It's not that one is better than the other, but I think if you use the same program, once with the coil and once with the wrist electrodes, you can yourself feel how it complements each other, and maybe develop an inner sense when to use what. Otherwise, just use it according how it's comfortable.
Absolutely. Well, thank you again, Marcus, for being with us today and for sharing all this amazing information. Know that The Power of Three will be.
Oh, someone is asking. So here's a good question.
Yes.
Yes. Someone asking, is Marcus a Buddhist? I'm not a Buddhist, but I like this wonderful symbol, this example which Buddha gave as a compassionate being and asking everyone to live compassion. This is so beautiful. I don't feel myself to be a member of any religion. And I think we have a spirituality in our heart which connects all of us, and it's universal and can be lived in so many different ways. You know, we are almost 8 billion people on this planet. So there are 8 billion individual relationships to God, which are to be discovered by each of us very individual. So thank you so much. And yeah, nice. Have a nice evening still.
Thank you, Marcus, for being here. And thank you again for this wonderful gift.
Thank you. All the best.